Hi there, I'm Chef Eric Crowley, owner of the Culinary Classroom in West Los Angeles, and today I'm going to show you how to make croutons. This particular style of crouton you'll often wind up seeing to be utilized as a garnish for a soup. It can even be sprinkled inside an omelet or a lot of times tossed in a salad. And that typically involves some bread where the crust's removed and the bread is cut into dices. So for this recipe, I'm going to need some bread cut up into small bite-sized pieces with the crust removed, a little bit of oil. Olive oil is fine, vegetable oil is okay. Olive oil is going to have a little bit more flavor to it, some salt and some pepper. We are going to start off with a 350-degree oven, could even go as high as 375, but for these little bits of bread, they're only going to take about maybe 10 minutes to cook up. Going to take a little bit of oil on a brush. Could even do it out of a bottle and just lightly pour it. We just want enough to coat up and cover the bread. We don't want them to be really swimming in oil. So I'm just going to dip the ends of the brush into the oil. I'm going to drizzle this on top of our bread. Some gets onto the plate, that's fine. We toss up our bread in a nice oven-proof dish here. Something metal will wind up working best with a shallow side to it. Even a cookie sheet or a baking sheet will be fine. This type of bread is a French-style baguette. An Italian-style loaf of bread with the crust removed will be just fine. Could probably even do a couple of slices of white bread with the crust removed and then the bread cut up into cubes. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, give it another little toss. So majority of the seasoning winds up sticking to the oil and therefore the bread. Spread it all out in a single layer. Don't pile it up or else it's not going to brown up and it's not going to crisp up very rapidly. And then into our 350 oven it goes. We're going to check it out after about 5 minutes. May go as long as 10. Once we start to get even a little bit of golden around the edges and the crouton has a nice firm feel to it when you give it a light, gentle squeeze, that's it. It's done. So our croutons have come out of our 350 oven after about 10 minutes. You want to also give yourself about 10 minutes to preheat the oven, so say about 20 minutes total. I do like to check whatever I have in the oven at the midway point just to make sure that they're not getting too dark too rapidly. So 5 minutes in, I checked them out. They would still have a really light color to them. After about 10 minutes total, you can see how the edges of the croutons are starting to get really nice and golden brown. And these guys are ready to utilize in a salad, for example. You can sprinkle these on top of a soup, like a clam chowder or a tomato soup. After these croutons are made, you can certainly increase the volume to as much as you need. Of course, you would want to utilize a larger pan. Make sure that they're spread out and evenly distributed so they're not really touching each other. That's going to promote the browning. After they cool off completely, you can take these and you can store them in a Tupperware or a Ziploc bag. They'll keep at room temperature for easily 2 weeks. Make sure that they're absolutely cool before you start to store them. If you store them and get them sealed up in a bag, for example, while they're still warm, they're just going to soften up again. They'll also keep in the refrigerator for about a month. They'll keep in the freezer for about 6 weeks. And that is how you make croutons. Thanks for watching. Be sure to click on other links so you can get other recipes. If you don't see something that interests you, email a request to requests@mahalo.com. Also be sure to subscribe so you can get lots of wonderful additional information. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.